Hi, I'm Pixel. I'm 18 this year and I'm a U63 sub-junior. I'm competing in the upcoming APEC in Japan.
Hi, my name is Max. I'm a U120 junior and I'll be representing Singapore in the upcoming IPF Junior Worlds in Costa Rica.
My name is Harisa and I'm 18 this year. I'll be competing in the U69 sub-junior in Japan APAC.
Okay, so I'm Andy. I'm a U93 junior.
Actually, I discovered powerlifting through people I knew and also through social media. So I stumbled across some powerlifters' Instagram accounts, and particularly it was some girls, and I remember they were gymming at Gymbox. And at the time, I think powerlifting was a very unknown sport. It was 2022, I was Sec 4, and I thought that they looked so cool, just like lifting heavy weights, because it was something I had never seen before. So I decided to venture into it and do what every beginner does, which is program for themselves.
So I was actually like a volleyball athlete. So I played for my junior college back when I was in my teens. So I discovered powerlifting because I wanted to get stronger and jump higher for my sport. Because volleyball, you need to jump higher and to hit harder. So I first entered the gym not knowing what to do, and I wanted to just, be a better athlete. But over time, I discovered that the powerlifting movements, squat, bench, and deadlift, actually was quite gratifying in a sense. And it meant something for me because I could see my progress week from week. It actually made me happy.
I would say the first competition was during my NS time when I first enlisted. Didn't have much expectation. I want to go there, enjoy the meet, first feel what is it like to compete. And it was quite exciting for me. Yeah, I was relaxing and at the same time getting my leave in.
I still remember, I went to the Art Block 2024. That's my first ever competition. When I arrived, I was like, oh my god, I never expected this. The space was so big and I got so scared because of a lot of people. And then when I was looking around, I was seeing people warm ups and all, and I got so scared. And during that day, I still remember how many times I crashed out. But then eventually, after a few lifts, then I felt better, and then it felt even easier. Yeah.
I think I'm no stranger to being a student athlete. So back when I was in secondary school, I was already playing volleyball. So I know that many people say that being the student is more important as a student athlete. But as an athlete, I have ambitious goals and I want to chase all my goals at all fronts. So trying to balance between being a student and my academic responsibilities and having these athletic ambitions is a real struggle because quite frankly, nobody goes to sleep thinking that they will want to achieve their next, A in the next exam. But I think when I go to sleep, I think of the next PR or the next goal that I want to do in powerlifting. Being in sports for so long, it's taught me to learn how to manage my own expectations and my own responsibilities.
Okay, this is a bit tough, but for me, I believe that you can't really equally balance everything. You have to pick something that you want to focus on. And sometimes that means sacrificing a bit of time to just focus on powerlifting for me. Because right now, I think my priority is powerlifting. So I wouldn't really say I'm very good at balancing, but I try my best to still put in effort in everything.
Before I enlisted, I see myself as a potential to get first in the nationals. But however, because of NS, my strength has dropped. I didn't manage my expectation well. So when I was training halfway, I decided to just give up because all my NS peers going out having fun, but I was in the gym, trying my best to get back to where I was before NS. So at that point of time, I wanted to give up on powerlifting, but I talked to my coach, talked to some of my gym friends, and they supported me and tell me to change your mindset. Do not expect anything, and just see how your training goes.
There's a lot of times where I feel like giving up because maybe I stagnant in my weights and like maybe like sometimes it hurts a lot, like injured or something. But what keeps me going is really my parents and also my coach, because these three people are the ones that are really supporting me. They are really my backbone. So like I want to make them proud, and making them proud is my initial goal. So I feel that if I give up, it's like I'm bringing myself down and also them down, because I work so much. I work so hard. I juggle with my school. Sometimes I neglect some things like just to train, to just like go to this like international. If I give up that easily, then that means the thing is not even important to me.
With everything, it comes with like a opportunity cost. So time is definitely the biggest thing that like I had to sacrifice. And because like being in powerlifting, it requires you to commit certain time to the gym. And I think that has put a strain on my relationships between like my partner, my family, my friends, because when they ask me out, I have to do the right thing, or what I perceive to be the right thing, and like do the tough decisions.
For this upcoming Costa Rica, so the air ticket will be very expensive. So I have to like work part-time to raise up the causes so that I can get myself to seize this opportunity to go over Costa Rica for Junior Worlds.
Again, I'm very privileged to have like a strong support from my family, and it gives me that kind of emotional power. It gives me that courage to do things that I want to do. And I would say that it might have been difficult because there may not be as much like financial support, for example, as compared to other sports, because ultimately powerlifting is still young, but it's growing rapidly, and there might not be as much recognition from like the public and the institutions around us. And I think that's something that is improving, and it takes time.
In terms of finance, it's rather hard because currently I'm studying and I don't really like work outside as of now. The support of my family members, especially my parents, they really helped me a lot in terms of like financing all my championships and all. I'm really thankful for them. I needed so much time to think about this Japan trip because we need to think about the flight, we need to think about the competition fees. Without any sponsorship and all, it's kind of hard, but just part of it lah. Yeah, because I also choose to be in the competition, so I still need to take responsibility for it.
I would say that international competitions are definitely more expensive. I say the reason why my biggest obstacle is myself is because I'm quite hard on myself. So I hold myself to a really high standard, and I think that with every competition, I really aspire to do better. And sometimes it can get quite demoralizing if in training it doesn't really reflect what I want to put up. So then I start overthinking and spiraling, and yeah, that's my biggest obstacle, myself.
I think I show up because I want to constantly improve and get a higher PRs every time I train, work towards a personal record. I always tell myself to show up despite like some days you don't feel good. You don't feel like you want to train. So that's the days that you should like force yourself to train even harder.
Why do I show up is because I know that this is something that I want to do, and I know that this is something that I committed myself to, and this is something I would want at the end of the day. It might not be something that I'm willing to do at the moment because of whether it being fatigue or an emotional drain or the other academic responsibilities that I have. But I know that I have to do the thing that I committed to. I want to pursue this, and this is something that means a lot to me, and I want to show up no matter how I'm feeling.
No matter how hard it is, I'll just push myself because it's what I'm passionate about and what I really love lah. So it makes me happy. Like nothing else in the world right now matters except for powerlifting.
It's because I owe it to myself to prove it to myself that I can be who I want to be. You know, those people that I look up to, those people at international competitions that are breaking records. You know, if you don't try, you will never know, and that's why I keep trying to find out.
I think powerlifting started as a routine. So it was a way to get myself to show up at like a periodic time. But over time, it kind of shaped my identity. So instead of just like being unorganized, I now try to approach things with like a structure. And I think powerlifting has influenced me in the way I do everything.
Powerlifting means that no matter what struggle you're facing, there's always a point where you get past it and then you see that, oh wait, you know, that's behind me now. I've gotten past that, and I guess I'm stronger now. So powerlifting just means being unbreakable to me.
You don't have to be strong. As long as you're consistent, you'll see the strength with time. It's all start with the first rep and believe that you have the potential to be a best version of yourself.
No matter how much hardship, no matter how much struggle you face during the time that you're like going towards your dreams, just do it. Like, no matter what, you will still like one day will achieve it. Yeah, it's just you need to put in effort, need to put your time, need to be patient. You cannot like rush things because that's when you will like drop easily. So make sure that you always be patient and like continue on.